Hi there. This is a change request form template, and the purpose of this change request form is to capture a formal proposal to modify a document, deliverable, or a baseline in your project. It's also used to conduct an impact analysis of the proposed change. So you can see on this change request form, we have a section here at the top right to capture some just general statistics, some general information about the project at hand. And then down below here in section one, this is where the proposed change is documented. So we would input a short title for the change request, the person that requested this change, and a description of the requested change. Also, we would input the impact to our project if this change is not made. There's another section here, section two, where we can input the additional effort, level of effort required to implement this change, whether it comes from the skill, and what we would want to input here is the skill type, the specific resource, and the task that's needed to be completed or added or changed, and the estimated hours of effort that would be required. Once we have that information, then as part of the request, the next thing that would need to happen is an impact analysis would need to be completed. We would want to take the information from above and determine, well, if we were to make that change or implement this change, what would be our impact to the cost of our project, to the schedule, to our scope, and then our overall impact. What's the risk associated with implementing this change, and what's our risk associated if we do not implement this change? And then also if there's another alternative that could be proposed. Once we have this information compiled, then we take this change request form and we take it to our change control board or our customer decision maker, and we have them review this and determine how this change request should be dispositioned. You'll notice here that there's a section there's a spot that says decision. It's either approved, can be approved or declined. And then we provide that rationale for that decision. And finally, there's a section here at the bottom for a sign off with respect to whether this change was approved or declined. And that's the template. Now let's take a look at what one looks like from a completed example. So this is from a bridge project, and the change was suggested to add street lights alongside the bridge. So you can see the change, change being requested here. The impact of this change were not made. It increases the risk of accidents happening at night. We can see the amount of effort, the item or task that would be needed here to be added, and the amount of effort required to make this happen. With respect to the impact analysis that's been conducted here, we can see the impact to the cost, the schedule, the scope, and also the overall impact. And then finally, we can see it here at the bottom that this change request was approved. And the statement here, the rationale for this decision was the benefit of the improved safety outweighs the impact of the increased cost and time to the project. And we can see the approval here at the bottom. So hopefully hopefully you'll find value in this change request form template.